quand même.
Amateurs de basketball, bienvenue au match de la médaille d'or du championnat national U17 masculin 2023. Canada Basketball souhaite la bienvenue aux deux équipes finalistes ainsi qu'à toutes les équipes participantes qui ont travaillé fort toute la semaine pour nous offrir un basketball d'excellente qualité. Basketball fans, welcome to the gold medal game of the 2023 Canadian U17 Men's National Basketball Championship. Canada Basketball would like to congratulate our two final teams as well as all the participating teams who have worked so hard to put on a great show this week. Ce match s'annonce très intéressant puisque les deux équipes s'affrontent pour l'obtention du titre le plus prestigieux de leur catégorie d'âge, le championnat national de Canada Basketball.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's U17 gold medal matchup between Team Ontario and Team Alberta. My name is Leighton Garrity, and joined with me is Bishop's University legendary coach Eddie Pomacala. How you doing tonight, Eddie?
I'm doing great, and I'm just loving that for the fourth time today you called me the legendary coach. So thank you very much, Leighton. You are an awesome play-by-play guy.
And we just heard the national anthem played by Lennoxville's very own Laura Wells as she makes her way down to McGill University this year. Wish her good luck, and we wish these boys good luck tonight. Do we have any scoop on these two teams?
Well, first, I have to give the Alberta provincial team a tremendous amount of credit. They were not favored to be here. Okay, they were actually fourth, predicted fourth in their pool. They beat BC 118 to 111 yesterday in overtime. They gutted out the win. It was an improbable ending. Showed so much character, and just hoping that wasn't their gold medal yesterday. Ontario, this is an awesome squad built on size, speed, athleticism, and you know what? People tell me back in Ontario that there's another team that probably could compete at the same level as this one that they left behind at home for one reason or another. So, but games are not won on paper, they're won on the hard court. And you've got a determined group from Alberta playing a talented group from Ontario. Let's go.
And the Albertans will have to compete tonight in order to take down Ontario. As we await the starting lineups here.
What a first-class tournament all week. Started July the 31st, bringing in, provincial teams from U15 boys and U17. The girls have been in Calgary this week, and hopefully they're having a good term. But as a former coach at Bishop's, I am so happy to see so many of these people all throughout the country come to our campus and be able to experience the little magic that we know as Bishop's University.
Straight off of the Massawippi River.
We're conditioned to our fate.
We will definitely graduate.
Definitely. Every single one of us does something in life. Yeah. Leighton, this is our fourth game today, man. And I don't know how you do it. It's amazing. And we're going to take a break until November, right?
Exactly.
Except you're going to do every sport under the sun.
September 2nd, Bishop's first home football game.
All right, let's enjoy the game.
Enjoying the game we will as both teams line up here at center court ready for tip-off. Alberta sends out their big man, Isaac Day.
There's a guard to watch on Alberta, number 3, Jacob McLennan, who willed his team to victory yesterday. He's a tough kid. He plays with intelligence. He plays with heart. He plays with passion.
At center court here. Coming down with the ball is Ontario. Looking to start off is Justice Hasley.
And for Ontario, we're going to take a special look at number 5, Baba Durdula, who is a man.
Ball kicked back up top in, and Ontario can't quite finish that one at the rim as it's rebounded there by Jacob McClellan. McClellan handing the ball off to Anamali. Alberta swinging the ball around. Harker now working inside. Spinning, can't get it to fall. As Durodula comes away with it for Ontario.
He's come up with some huge games this term. He's had a 38 and 36-point performance already. Inside, he's unstoppable.
Josiah Sutton coming down the lane. Can't quite get that one fall over McClellan. As Van Horen brings the ball up court for Alberta. Kicks that one over to Harker. Harker back up top to Day. Day moves it over to McClellan. McClellan driving inside, back out to Day. And Amali now with the floater. And gets that one to fall. Our first points in today's game as Alberta's on the scoreboard first.
And it's the tone. You know, it's the tone. It's, you know, we came to play. That's what Alberta said with that possession.
As Ontario moves the ball back up. Catching his defender jumping and then kicking it out to the corner there. Ontario couldn't quite get it to fall as Sutton regains possession of the ball. Sutton utilizing the screen there by Duradula before kicking it out to the corner. Unsuccessful on the three-point attempt was Owen Kenny. As McClellan comes back the other way for Alberta. McClellan gets stripped of the ball, regains possession, and puts that one almost in off the rim and out. And Amali passes that one over to Harker. Harker trying to move inside. Regains possession, spin around jumper, doesn't get it to go. Another rebound by Harker. As the early game jitters seem to be apparent for both teams, coming down the court is Ontario, and a statement put by Austin Good.
He's a motor guy, 3-and-D player.
McClellan faking the handoff, bringing it inside. And a foul called up against Ontario.
See, Alberta has a shot at dealing with Ontario's size because they're big. Okay, they're not as athletic perhaps, but they're strong. And they're big, they take up space. And they're gonna make, they're gonna make you play.
Taking it from Ontario, number 23, Char Ye.
Char Ye coming on the court for Team Ontario.
Charles looks like if you put a Toronto Raptor uniform on him, he wouldn't be out of place, huh?
Exactly. All of these boys look like that.
And he's wearing the right number. 23. That was Fred's number, right? Freddie's gone.
Yeah, he's gone now.
Yeah.
Sad to see him leave.
Well.
As Ontario brings the ball back in bounds, as Austin Good hands it off to Hasley. Hasley back over to Good. Good finds Duradola, who puts that one up and in. Back down court comes Alberta as Anamali is looking to drive inside. Down lane, Anamali puts it off the glass, can't quite get it to fall. Hasley comes the other way for Ontario, bringing it to his right before kicking that one into Ye. Ye can't quite finish it at the rim. Transition offense here by Alberta. He can't quite seem to find the basket.
Now they got to settle down after the first few minutes. The adrenaline kind of wears off, and okay, you get your second win, hopefully, and execute.
Inside comes Ontario, back out to Hasley. Hasley's three-point off the mark. Not quite like the last game we just saw, how both teams came out to an explosive first quarter. These teams are at a defensive standpoint so far.
They know what's at stake, and, nerves are a factor in the beginning. You got to let it take its course.
Van Horen rises up his jumper off the mark as Sutton comes back the other way. Josiah Sutton. Holding up before coming back in. He can't quite connect with Hasley on the pass. Possession remaining with Ontario.
Here comes the designated shooter, number 22, Andrew Urosevic. He can fill the bucket from 3 points. He's got a floater, a real scorer. Shooter.
Sutton over to Hasley. Hasley just kept that one in bounds before airballing it.
Great pass.
Mirosevic inside.
I love that.
Sutton.
You know, you come off the bench and right away you do something well. You know, find a teammate. You know, it just gets you in the game as opposed to forcing your own stuff.
Checking in Ontario, number 1, Jordan Charles.
As Alberta will inbound the ball on the sideline. As Anamali moves that one over to McClellan. McClellan holds up before finding Fisher. Fisher,
great fundamental move.
Fouled on his attempt. Will go to the line for 2.
Spin drop step.
Ontario foul number 1, Jordan Charles. First person foul, team second.
Fisher at the line for his first attempt. And gets that one to fall. Two for 2 at the line is Fisher. As Ontario comes back the other way, Jordan Charles brings the ball up court, kicks it out to Sutton. Sutton finds Ye in the corner, moves it into Duradola.
Yeah, he's just a man inside. You got to bring another guy. You got to make him pass the ball.
McClellan back the other way for Alberta. He's met by Charles. McClellan bouncing that one off his own foot and out of bounds as Ye tried keeping it in. Alberta will gain possession.
8-5 Ontario with 4:31 to go in the first quarter. They're still feeling themselves out.
As Van Hoeren inbounds the ball. Alberta coming away with it. Fisher inside, can't get it to finish over Ye. And Duradula comes back the other way for Ontario. Hands the ball off to Mirosevic. Finds Charles. Jordan Charles.
You see how quick Ye was that on his reaction for that block shot?
And Charles with the pull-up jumper.
Jordan Charles.
Dhaliwal up court for Alberta. Moves that one over to Van Hoeren.
Wyatt Van Hoeren, you know, he's a three-point threat, one of the best three-point shooters in this tournament. Of course, he grew up shooting the ball from when he was an infant. You know, he's the son of Coach Don Van Hoeren from University of Calgary Dinos. I had a nice little visit with him just before this game started, and him and his wife are enjoying the Eastern Townships and staying in one of Sherbrooke's finest hotels.
Oh, yeah.
UFC's got that budget, you know.
On the first is Van Hoeren.
I've been visiting with a lot of people this week. It's been great. I've really enjoyed that part of it.
2 for 2. Trying to go 3 for 3.
Right across from us is Chris Chang, the coach of Canada's U16 team, who's the head coach at the University of Windsor. Got a great chat with him yesterday about his family, about his development as a coach. Coaches are people, you know.
Coaches are people.
Yeah.
Coaches are very good people.
Sometimes you don't think they're people.
But coaches are also different people
They are
when they
different.
are on the bench.
Oh yeah. In my case, medication has really made an improvement.
Duradula from beyond the arc moves it inside and out. Mirosevic.
That's what he
a
does.
Smooth shot there by Mirosevic.
Three-point shooter.
Dhaliwal comes the other way for Alberta, trying to answer the call, and he does so. Duradula the other way, back to Mirosevic.
Oh, that didn't take much time to decide. He knew it, too. That's what he does.
You cannot give him that much room.
You know what? Little comparison. Brady Heslip, who played on our national team. That was Brady's mindset. shoot the ball just like that.
Dhaliwal
Wow.
now from beyond the arc. Wanted to answer the call, couldn't quite do so. Urosevic with the rebound, doing it on both ends of the court as Charles gains possession. Swings that one over to Urosevic. Urosevic inside to Duradula. Crashing the rebound there was Charles, and up and in. Good for two more there is Matthew Dan.
Matthew Dan has got to be close to 7 feet tall, crashing the boards like that.
Off the mark is Alberta, coming back the other way is Charles.
Woo.
Pushing the pace.
Beep, beep.
Beautiful.
That was the road runner. 2011, Ontario, 2:07 left.
What a great start to the game here by Team Ontario.
Yeah, they're playing at their pace. Okay, they're not fighting anything. Just playing a free game, understanding where their spacing is. Big guys are inside. They're do-it guards on the outside, and Alberta's got a load to contend with. And now we're going to see, are they going to change anything? You can't just play them straight up. You've got to mix it up. You've got to make Ontario think. And when you think, you're not playing as well as when you react. And so hopefully maybe, a little change-up defense. A three-quarter court 1-2-2 press or a half-court press, just to change things up a little bit. And or some kind of a point zone where you're going to make them pass the ball around the perimeter a little bit before they shoot.
Changing the defense can unlock something new on offense.
Oh. Thank God for one of our top sponsors. You know what one of our top sponsors is?
Who's Gatorade?
No.
Who's one of our top sponsors?
Ricola candies, Leighton.
Oh,
for the throat, man.
they are so nice today.
Oh, yeah.
On game 4, you need them. Dhaliwal coming back down the other way. A little slip there before handing the ball off to Van Hoeren. 7 on the shot clock. Van Hoeren pulling up for a 3. Doesn't get it to go. As the ball heads out of bounds, Ontario will inbound it here is Urosevic. Urosevic finding De Los Santos. Back up top to Charles. Charles utilizing the screen. Can't connect on the pass as Alberta comes back the other way. But Dhaliwal gets the ball stripped, poked off of him. Tries attacking back inside. 3-point attempt off the mark.
Owen Kenny playing some great defense there, using his length. Owen Kenny's got a Bishop's connection, and he doesn't even know it. Okay, he was coached by my Gator guy, Jeff Harris, who was played 5 years in the 80s and early 90s, and then was an assistant coach with me for 7 years on our national championship team. He coached Owen Kenny up in Barrie, and Jeff's son Ryan is very good friends with Owen. That was from Kitchener, Ontario, that shot. And that's where his father played his basketball. But, yeah.
Urosevic just making it look easy out here.
Yes.
As Alberta will go to the baseline to inbound the ball here in the offensive front. Coming down court the other way, Alberta pulling up for the mid-range. Can't quite get it to fall there was Everson Harker. As Urosevic this time sharing the fun before Jordan Charles was fouled on his shot attempt.
Alberta foul on number 6, Anthony Brady, his first personal foul.
Charles up at the line. Will be shooting for 2. Gets the first to fall. Looking to go 2 for 2. Able to do so 100% at the line. Off that trip was Jordan Charles as Alberta comes back down the other way. Anthony Brady with the ball. Brady trying to attack inside. And some great ball movement there by Alberta, but couldn't quite finish over the big man, Matthew Dan.
The eraser.
As De Los Santos kicks that one back over to Rosovic. Holding for the last shot is Team Ontario. Charles finds Rosovic into the corner. Corner 3 on the mark.
Rosovic made Kenny so open just because the attention you've got to pay to him. Save that one, Josh.
Just a little late on that one.
28-11
was Jacob McClellan. As at the end of the first quarter, the score 28-11 in favor of Ontario over Alberta in tonight's gold medal matchup.
It's been a long day, but a great day to see the future of Canadian basketball on display. And it's such good hands. You know, the coaching is getting so much better. It's so much more technical. There's so much more available and out there for coaches. Almost too much. You've got to be able to parse it out and define yourself. You know, define who you are. I had a great talk this week. I went out for dinner with, you know, a very special person, Ryan Thorne, head coach of McGill, who was our captain on our national championship team. And, you know, we talked about, you know, what is your coaching signature? What are your teams good at? What do you do that makes you stand out? And each coach has got to establish his own, you know, specialty based on his personality or her personality and the stuff that they believe in.
As Ontario sets inbound the ball right in front of our table here. So Rosovic.
Bench points, Ontario 17, Alberta 5. Plus 12, and the deficit is 16. So that speaks to the depth.
Rosovic inbounds over to Charles.
Mr. Jarosevic, 5 minutes, 9 points.
3 for 3.
Yep.
Duradula backing down his man for handed it back out to Kenny. Kenny can't quite get that one to fall. As McClellan comes the other way for Alberta. A loose ball brought down by De Los Santos. Los Santos.
Oh, he changed gears, didn't he?
He changed gears. He went from 0 to 100 real quick. As Brady now inside for Alberta gets the ball poked off of him. But Alberta will maintain possession. Charrier coming back out. As the ball now captured by Alberta, looking to go up with it. There's McClellan as he goes up and in, good for 2.
McClellan is a fierce competitor.
Back down the other way as Team Ontario can't get it to fall. As Alberta pushes the pace the other way. McClellan now holds up. Gets the ball stripped, poked off by De Los Santos, regains possession. Hands that one over to Benjamin. Benjamin pulls
Good
up.
stop.
Can't quite get that one to fall. As Orosevich comes the other way for Ontario. Gives it over to Charles. Charles back up to Kenny. Off the glass.
Kenny is such a nice sized wing player. Skilled.
Deliwal puts up a three and gets that one to fall for Team Alberta. As Orosevich will bring the ball back down court for Ontario. Hands it off to Charles. Charles working off of the screen by Ye. Back out to Orosevich. Orosevich in. Moves the ball back over to Charles. 7 on the shot clock now for Team Ontario. Utilizing the screen, sends up a three. Doesn't get it to go. De Los Santos on the offensive board. Moves it into Kenny. And a foul will be called against Alberta. As Ontario goes to the baseline to check it in. Inbounding the ball is De Los Santos. Finds Orosevich. Orosevich off the mark as Alberta comes away with it. Coming back the other way is Van Hoeren. Van Hoeren trying to work some magic. He gets the ball poked off of him. Orosevich comes the other way for Ontario and lays that one in. Jerry Wall now moves the ball up court. Taking that one back out off the mark, but good on the offensive rebound. Up and in, good for two is Carson Fisher.
Doing his job. Cleaning things up.
Hasley in. Can't get it to go. Fouled on the shot.
I'm not sure they called the foul, but okay, timeout. 34-18. It's tough. Maybe it was the gold medal game for them, the game before, because Ontario's imposing their will.
We did see, however, earlier on in today, BC went off to a 20-point lead against Team Quebec, and Team Quebec narrowed that all the way down to the end. Whoever is on Ox today is doing a phenomenal job as we have our two court boys dancing along to the song.
They're unbelievable, doing the Macarena. They're 10 years old and they know that dance. .648 left.
Back on the baseline is Josiah Sutton. Inbounds the ball to Ye. Ye turning on himself, going up with it, and good for two.
Nice left hand.
Char Ye. Deliwal back the other way for Alberta. Hands that one off. Inside is Fisher. Up and in, Carson Fisher looking to get Alberta back into today's game. Hasley inside to Ye. Ye, a three-point attempt.
Yeah, he's playing out, Carson Fisher was playing about 15 feet off of him because that's scouting report. And dared him to shoot a three-pointer, and it's amazing how guilty you feel when you're so open.
Fisher going up with that one, and he
short-armed it.
Saying no.
Short-armed it.
As Sutton gets denied at the rim. And stepping out of bounds there is Josiah Sutton. Back onto the court is Duradula for Team Ontario as Charrier will go and rest up. 5:47 left in the second quarter. As Dhaliwal brings the ball back the other way. Dhaliwal moves it down to Van Hoeren. Van Hoeren over to Fisher. Fisher trying to kick that one inside to Harker. Unsuccessful on the pass as Zarosevic calms the play down. Wanted to play at his own pace before pulling up from way downtown.
He's open every time he steps over half court. But he's coming out. I don't know if it's because of that, but maybe it's just time.
Zarosevic subbed off in favor of Austin Good. Communication here between the refs. Not knowing who committed the foul as Sutton inbounds the ball to Hasley. Poked back out of bounds by Dhaliwal. Sutton inbounding the ball once more for Team Ontario. And some more confusion over at the scorer's table.
Must be about the clock. How many how much time left on the 24-second clock?
And they changed the game clock to 51.8.
Could have been that. Well,
5:18 back on the clock. There you go.
Okay. They got to keep the action moving because we could fall asleep on
Hasley moves it down to Duradula, and yet another call.
Alberta foul number 10, Carson Fisher. His first personal foul, team's third.
And now an interception as Hasley takes that one to the midsection before going up with that. Ontario good for two. And Amali now kicks that one out to Van Hoeren.
No, you got to be a little bit under better control.
Hasley moves it over to Sutton. Sutton successful on the three. And you can see Alberta is just depleted right now of energy.
Yeah.
And Dhaliwal will send up a three and get that one to fall. Hopefully that sparks, ignites some fire under them. As Hasley keeps it inbounds. Loose ball, Alberta picks it up. As Alberta will inbound the ball now on the sideline. McClellan in some funky shoes there. Sends that one back out to Dhaliwal. As Duradula enters the front court for Team Ontario. Working inside, Duradula puts that one up and in.
You got to run another player at him. Make him make a play other than go downhill and get close to the basket because he's very familiar with that basket.
And Amali now moves that one out over to Harker. Harker spinning on good. Doesn't get it to fall. Harker gets his own rebound and puts that one up and in. Good for 2.
Hard-nosed player.
As Ontario comes the other way is Hasley.
43-25, 18-point deficit with 3:15 to go in the first half.
Duradula finds good. Puts that one up and in.
Great slash.
McClellan now hands that one off to Harker. Harker inside. Doesn't get it to go. Rebounded by Fisher. And put out of bounds by Alberta. Ontario ball.
They just don't seem to have the same. Alberta doesn't even seem to have the same, jump to their step or the, that, hey, yeah, we're going to do this. Let's keep. They're trying to keep afloat, right? 45-25.
Just barely staying afloat here.
But a great accomplishment, to get into this game. Happy for the people in the great province of Alberta. I wonder if my man Dave Wells is tuning in to this. Dave was just a basketball junkie from Lethbridge, manager of the few Canadian national teams, one that I was associated with. The U19 team, our home base was Lethbridge and Edmonton. Played in the World Junior Championships in Edmonton in 1991. 32 years ago, and Dave was on staff. David, if you're listening, anyhow.
Back into today's game. Ontario will inbound the ball. As Kenny moves it in to Sutton. Sutton coming back the other way, finds Kenny. Kenny over to Good. Good, tripping up on a couple feet inside. Loose ball picked up by Alberta. Down court, McClellan gets the ball poked off him. Hasley comes the other way.
Whoa, what a motor.
Up and in.
What a motor.
Paisley good on the dunk. Created the turnover, then came down court.
There we go. There's another way to do it. 2 points is 2 points.
Some impressive talent on both ends of the ball here as Josiah Sutton brings the ball up court for Ontario. He finds Kenny. Back over to Sutton. Sutton down to Duradula. Driving inside, almost gaining his own rebound as he was out of bounds.
Checking in for Ontario, number 23, John Gay.
As Alberta looks to come back the other way as Dhaliwal sends up a pass.
That was a little too early, that pass.
Dhaliwal now down court, puts it up and in, good for 2.
He's been a good spark off the bench, hasn't he? He's given his team something.
As Hazley back up court for Ontario. Gives it over to Duradula. Back over to Hazley. 3-point attempt off the mark. As McClellan will come back the other way. Ooh. McClellan with a very nice move over to Dhaliwal. 3-point attempt on the mark once more.
He is feeling it. 47-32, under a minute to go. First half action in Mitchell Gymnasium, Lennoxville, Quebec. A borough of Sherbrooke.
Sutton moves it over to Good. Good rolling on himself, finds Sutton. Driving inside and levitating up, but couldn't quite finish on the floater.
I like that word, levitating.
No reset on the shot clock.
That's good.
It's a teacher's word right there.
Yes.
Inside is Alberta. Isaac Day.
Extend your arm. Extend your arm and use the glass. Use that little side hook.
Alberta bringing the ball inside now is Day. Day finds Dhaliwal. Back out to Day. 5 on the shot clock. Parker moving inside and a jump ball called.
He put his head down and went. You can't. You got to see that defense. That lane, it might be open when you first start, but it closes up pretty quick.
Especially with the size of these guys on the court. McClellan out to Dhaliwal. 3-point catch and shoot. Off the mark. Rebounded by Alberta.
.6 to go to end this half. See if Alberta can end on a good note.
McClellan moves that one out. Dhaliwal from distance. .47-32 at halftime. A warning given to Alberta's bench. As
They're
both
not
teams
saying nice things.
I don't think they are at all. He looks like an angry elf over there.
Yeah. Well, Alberta outscored Ontario, believe it or not, in that second quarter. 21-19. And it just didn't seem like it. Ontario, hey, he's got a commanding 15-point lead at halftime, and we'll see you next for action in the second half.
Yes, we will. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have entered our final half of the evening here in the gold medal matchup between Ontario and Alberta. Ontario leading the way at 47-32 coming into the second half. A key player to watch has been Dhaliwal for Alberta, 14 points in the night.
Yeah, he's a great surprise from his team. And you know what, Alberta, okay, they still got a shot at this game, okay? You're down 15. It's not over. Fast break points, Ontario 15, Alberta 0, okay? So Ontario's doing it the easier way, and Alberta's got to work. What Alberta's got to do is find another Dhaliwal in their roster. Who's going to rise up just like he did? And that's what you find in these tournaments. You know, players rise up and they make their contribution, and boom, there you go. You discover a player that maybe, you know, maybe didn't have it early in the tournament, but coming on strong now. So you got to, as a coaching staff, you live for that. You say, okay, who's next?
As for Ontario, Arosevic has been lights out so far from beyond the arc, and that's opened up some more scorers for them as well, as we saw in that first half. And so it'll be interesting to see if they continue on that path. Josiah Sutton will inbound the ball here in front of us.
And Dhaliwal's the only one who's made threes. He's 4 for 8. So Alberta's got to find a couple other guys to get themselves on track.
As Dorodula kicks that one back out. Paisley inside and fouled on the shot.
That's 5 out with a little bit of weave action, trying to displace the defense and then go downhill. You can't get sucked in on that. You got to stay in, stay down. You know, like we're going to force you to shoot from the outside to begin the half.
As Hasley now at the line for 2. Successful on the first.
He has got some motor, you know. He's impressed me so much. I mean, he gets downhill and boom, he creates so many opportunities.
Looking to go 2 for 2 and able to do so. As Alberta will come back the other way is McClellan. McClellan handing the ball off to Harker. Harker moving the ball around now is Alberta. Inside is Harker. Harker working off of Kenny and gets that one to fall with the left.
Good move. That's it. And he gets a chance to develop against taller players and better players. You know, guys that he won't necessarily see in his school year.
As Dorodula moves it inside to Good. It tipped off. Good able to track it back down. 7 on the shot clock. Sutton moving inside, and oh my lord, some explosive 3 steps there. Van Horen stepping out of bounds. As the ball brought back in by Ontario. Sutton moves that one over to Good. Good inside to Dorodula. Dorodula to the corner. Kenny, 3-point on the mark.
From Simcoe County.
McClellan now hands the ball off to Harker. Harker kicking that one back
Nice
up top
action.
to Day. Day moves it over to Anamali. Anamali back over to McClellan. McClellan utilizing the screen coming
You know what?
inside.
They ran their stuff. They ran their stuff perfectly there. They ran it through. You know, a coaching term, run it through. Like, get both sides of the court, and glad to see them be rewarded for that. Coach Barnes is getting a little bit animated, and he's lead assistant at Waterloo, University of Waterloo.
That's McClellan now looking to inbound the ball. And the ball now inbounded by Ontario. Sutton receiving it, coming back up court. Ontario wearing the Canadian colors as Duradula gets that one, putting it up. Foul on the ground.
Run a guy at him. Run a guy at him.
A 16-point game here in the third quarter. Sutton finds Hastley. Over to Kenny. Kenny working it down the lane and good for two. Van Hoeren back the other way for Alberta. Finds an open look, and off the mark there was Everson Harker. Nice bounce pass there by Hastley, and Sutton kisses it off the glass. Diwali now back for Alberta. Hand off to Van Hoeren.
Oh.
3-point, no good.
I was open, coach.
Able to scoop it up and put it back in is Patrick Anamali. Sutton utilizing the screen by Duradula. Puts it up and in. Harker now up court for Alberta. Harker spinning on himself, puts it up a good
spinneroo. 58-40, so we're trading baskets.
As Sutton moves it in, and Ontario finds Duradula.
Yeah.
Duradula gets it stripped. Alberta coming the other way is Deliwall. Owen Kenny called on the foul.
Checking in number 51, Fernando Dos Santos.
Oh, and Kenny had some words for Wyatt Van Hoeren. There's stuff going off the ball that we were not aware of.
This ball comes down low, Alberta. And Amali attacking down low. Duradula doing a good job just keeping his hands up as Hastley, it's a beautiful look there as he'll go to the line for two.
Alberta foul number 8, Everson Parker. Second personal foul, team's third. Checking in number 7, Maradona Benjamin. Number 10, Harrison Fisher. Number 6, Anthony Curry. For Ontario, number 22, injured, USA.
Hastley at the stripe here. Gets the first to fall. Looking to go 100%. Can't quite do so as that one rims out into possession of Ontario. Hastley now coming down court. A lob up top. Charrier rising up for that one. Arosevic forcing a turnover. Coming back the other way after the steal. There's Arosevic putting that one off the glass. Yay now off the glass and in. Good for two.
Yeah, he's smiling coming back. He's having fun working the glass.
Offensive foul there by Alberta.
First personal foul, team's fourth. Checking in for Alberta, number 8.
As Jordan Charles comes back into the game for Hastley.
Leads up to 23.
Charles moves it over to Arosevic. Arosevic over to Ye. Inside to Duradula.
Yeah, they got three guys on him there.
Yay, putting his body on the line, gets it back over to Duradula. Arosevic from way downtown.
No. He didn't have his legs set under him.
Coach telling him to drive it in.
He can't do it too vociferously because he's recruiting him, you know? You don't want to hurt the kid's feelings.
A good attempt, but maybe next time drive it in.
Please.
And sign these papers as well.
At least think about it.
As Alberta comes back the other way. Unsuccessful on the mark. Charles comes the other way. Over to De Los Santos, inside to Ye.
Hey, how about that accent? Where did that come from?
It's got a fun name to say.
Brazil.
Yes. Putting his body on the line now as Charles scoops this one up. Over to De Los Santos. And a sub coming in for Duradula. As Alberta will call a timeout here, down 23 with 4:52 left in the third quarter of tonight's gold medal matchup. Looking to get a spark going.
We need a little quiet time. You know, we've talked a lot.
The voice is struggling here halfway through the fourth game of the day.
We can't lie.
I'll tell you what, these boys will sleep like a baby tonight, and so will I.
Yeah.
As coming back to the line is De Los Santos for Team Ontario.
You've got a softball game tomorrow, do you?
I do. 1 p.m.
1 p.m. What position you play?
I haven't played softball in forever. They had me pitching last week, and that was a tragedy. Maybe they should send me out to left field. As De Los Santos successful on the first, looking to go 2 for 2. He gets that one to go as well.
Well, up court, pick up full.
Coming back the other way is Harker. Harker for Alberta. Spinning off of good. Wanted to do it himself. Can't quite get it to fall with the left.
You know, that gets contagious. One guy does it, and then the next guy will. That's not good.
As Ontario sharing the wealth of Charrier rising up to the occasion on that one.
Using the glass very, very well.
McClellan back up court for Alberta. McClellan gets the ball stripped off him. A foul will actually be called, as Alberta will be sent to the sideline.
McClellan was the most popular person in Alberta yesterday after his heroics, leading his team past BC.
Wearing double socks there. 2 Nike swooshes on those socks.
There you go. I used to wear 5.
McClellan in the lane, can't get it to fall as Good rises up and grabs the board. Charles now inside De Los Santos off the glass and good for 2.
Nice look. 69-40, 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
McClellan back the other way, a handoff there to Benjamin. Benjamin stops.
Nice stop. Very fundamental.
Couldn't quite get that one to fall. Grabs a rebound. Benjamin puts that one back up.
Give it to him.
And
There
gets
you
it to go.
For that stop, I love those plays.
As Charles comes the other way for Ontario. Jordan Charles. Out to Arosovic. Arosovic is dancing out. Gives it to Good. 3 ball is a good ball. Austin Good. Good for 3. As McClellan comes the other way. For Alberta. McClellan in the lane. Gives it inside in the paint, kicks it out. Back out. Anamali over to Benjamin. Benjamin gets the ball stripped. Anamali finds himself with the ball. 3 on the shot clock, going up with it and gets it to go. Off the glass, Alberta finding some light here late in the third quarter. So Jordan Charles now back the other way. Working inside. Can't get it to go on the layup. As Anamali brings it up the other way. A foul called against De Los Santos.
Ontario foul number 51, Fernando De Los Santos. First personal foul, team's third. Checking for Alberta, number 10, Carson Fisher.
Moving it inside now as Carson Fisher drives into the lane. Puts it up off the glass and in.
There you go.
Arosovic back out is Yay.
Well,
I think everyone in the building was surprised with that one, except for Char Yay.
he was pretty impressed with himself on that one.
Anamali puts that one right over him. As Arosovic now in the inside. Kicks it out. Yay back over to Arosovic. Over to Charles. 8 on the shot clock. Charles attacking inside. Kicks it out to Arosovic. He was out of bounds.
Subbing in for Ontario, number 12, Matthew Dan. And number 2, Justice Hazley.
Matthew Dan onto the court for Charrier. As well as Justice Hasley. Hasley getting a hand on that one as McClellan's now trapped. Moves it over to Fisher. Fisher inside and gets it to fall over Dan.
Fisher.
Hasley bringing it down the other way. A minute left here in the third quarter. Off the mark. As Alberta comes the other way. McClellan leaves it out for Anamali. Anamali back over to McClellan. To Anamali, 3-point off the mark for Alberta. Arosovic will come the other way for Ontario. Arosovic in the lane. Anamali, excuse me, that was Benjamin, says no.
Well, you know what he said. Oh, we got some shenanigans with that. So what he said was, if you ain't no astronaut, don't mess with the stars. That's not what the coach said. The coach said some bad words.
Checking in for Ontario, number 0, Josiah Sutton. For Alberta, number 4.
Well, I'll tell you, Austin Good was rising to the stars on that one.
Yeah.
As Hasley,
I mean, he was being an astronaut, right?
He was being an astronaut.
Yeah.
Justice Hazley.
The refs showing some good poise here. As it's now Alberta ball in the front court. Deliwall will inbound the ball for Alberta. Inside to Fisher. Fisher working against Dan. And Dan called on the foul.
Ontario foul number 12, Anthony Dan. First personal foul.
Let this not become a free throw fest, right? We want to end this game with the class that it deserves. We want to see the championship teams get their medals. And then we want to take a look at our producer, Nick, and wave and say thank you for the opportunity of doing this.
And then we turn the lights off in the gym.
Yep.
As Sutton comes down court for Ontario. Moves it over to De Los Santos. Hasley finds himself with the ball. Back up to Good. Good over to De Los Santos. Sutton over to Hasley. Driving inside as Dan.
Your score after 3 quarters, Ontario 78, Alberta 51.
After 3 quarters, Ontario leading Alberta 78-51. Going into the 4th quarter in the gold medal game.
That was 31-19.
Yeah? So the 17s are after? How's Quebec doing?
We're back.
We are back in a little out-of-town scoreboard report.
Go ahead.
15 girls, a gold medal game. British Columbia leading Quebec 73-43.
Not a great score if you're a Quebec fan, but if you're from BC, you're happy. Randy Knorr coaching his daughter.
As the ball brought back inside to Van Hoeren. Kicks that one out to Benjamin. Benjamin can't connect with Fisher.
That's our very own Deanna Ross coaching the Quebec girls.
The under-15s team?
Yes, yeah. And Ricky Bowles has got the from McGill's got the U17 team.
Diana just won Coach of the Year in the RSEQ. Coaches at Bishop's University. As Dan rose up to that one and put it down with some emphasis. Deliwall now coming back up court for Alberta. Deliwall holding possession before giving that one over to Harker. Harker with a carry. As Ontario inbound the ball here in their own half. Hasley up to Sutton. Sutton coming up court for Ontario. Kicking it back out to Dos Santos, who drives in, then back out to Sutton. Back inside as Sutton can't quite get that one to fall. But Dos Santos doing a good job at saving the ball. And Deliwal will travel down court. Harker can't get it to go. Fisher on the board. Stolen by Hasley. Sutton now the other way. And puts that one down for Ontario. Van Hoeren for Alberta. Gets it stripped. Hasley down the other way and throws that one down. Benjamin faking the handoff. Can't connect once more, and Alberta off to the races. 3 of them.
That's got to be a 5 in, 5 out. I mean, if they're that tired, okay, next 5. You're not going to do any worse. Down 35. But we're in the 4th quarter, Leighton.
We've made it to the 4th
We've
quarter.
made it. We've done it.
Down 35.
My advice to you broadcasters out there, if you're going to do 4 games in a row, be friends with the guy you're doing it with.
And make sure the games are playing some good music.
Well, yeah, this is not my stuff, but
we need Sweet Caroline back on the mic. As Alberta will inbound the ball from their baseline. Everson Harker sends it into Deliwal. Deliwal up court. Stops up, gives it to Harker. Harker off the mark as Dan sends it over to Duradula. Justice Hazley rising up to the occasion. Deliwal stripped of the ball as Van Hoeren keeps it in bounds. Over to Harker. Harker's 3-point attempt off the mark. Benjamin now to Deliwal. His three is successful.
I can. Give it to me. I can.
Sutton now moving in to his right. Can't get it to go. Fouled on the shot, so he'll go to the line for 2.
7 minutes and 23 seconds with the clock stopped. Josiah Sutton at the free throw line for 2.
Can't get that one to go. Looking to be successful on the second. And gets it to fall. As Harker brings the ball back up court for Alberta.
Offensive foul, Alberta number 12, Isaac Day, his 2nd personal foul, team 2nd.
Foul there by Alberta as Sutton comes back the other way for Ontario. Duradula inside to Sutton, off the glass and in. Ontario putting on a clinic right now.
Getting any shot they want.
Deliwal back the other way. Sutton got a hand on that one. Duradula rising up. Gets the rebound as Hazley comes down court. Justice Hazley. Off the glass and in.
Justice Hazley.
Deliwal back the other way, over to McClellan. In the side is Benjamin.
There
Who
we
gets
go.
it to go?
Benjamin.
Sutton back the other way for Ontario. Hastley inside, trying to lob it up to Dan. Hastley's just having fun out there at this point. McClellan is in to the paint, hands that one off, and just not that type of day for Alberta. Hastley moves it over to Duradula. Duradula with the handoff to Sutton. Sutton working inside. I can't quite get that one to fall. As Duradula, Deliwall comes down the other way. His pass to Benjamin unsuccessful.
Yeah, I see a couple of guys in Ontario uniforms that have not gotten any playing time. I'm kind of wondering about that. Are they only allowed to play 10? What's the story here? Let's get those boys some burn. And there's a young man at Alberta's bench that I haven't seen on the floor.
Especially at this point in the game.
Yeah.
As Alberta comes back to down court, it's Anthony Brady with the ball. Brady stepping back inside. Unsuccessful there. As we're coming back the other way, De Los Santos. A nice pass over to Ye. Ye with the left and gets it to go.
Yeah, he's got a magnet to that hoop. You know, he's a heck of a finisher. He's talking out there, telling his guy about where the screen is.
Inside is Alberta. Jarosevic
gets a foul.
Ontario foul number 22, number 7. His first personal foul. His first.
David Stroke coming onto the court for Alberta. His first minutes in tonight's game.
Offensive foul, Alberta number 9, Carson Bartlett. His first personal foul, team's third.
As Ontario inbound the ball here in front of their own bench. Jordan Charles handoff to Kenny. Kenny hands it to Urosevic. Urosevic beyond the arc, doesn't get it to go. Back down court comes Bartlett. Bartlett over to Brady. Bartlett's three-point unsuccessful as Kenny rises up and grabs the rebound. Charles coming down the other way. Jordan Charles hands the ball off to De Los Santos. Inside, out. As Charles bringing the ball back, 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it over to Rosevic, three-point. It's Joe K coming the other way for Alberta. Inside the paint is Alberta. They can't connect on that. As Kenny comes down court.
100th point of the game, 156, 3 minutes to go. This is teams, other non-competing teams are filling into the Mitchell Gymnasium for the closing ceremonies and the medal. We're looking forward to that.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Put on a final touch to these games that Bishops hosted last year, the girls championships, and that was here. And Yeah, it was fun watching that. Rock and roll.
It's a good song.
Yeah. Wakes you up, right?
It does. It juices me up.
Well, we got two announcers that just are running on empty right now.
Need to refuel.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, play this out. Nobody get hurt. Nobody get injured. Feel good about your accomplishments. One team's got gold. The other team's got silver. You know? How bad can that be?
And they weren't supposed to be. Yeah. Well, coming out of pool play, they weren't necessarily supposed to be in this game.
How bad can that be? Number 2.
Oh. No travel called on that one, and the shot put up. Possession, Alberta.
No fouls. Play it clean.
Chijoke trying to move inside. Yay brings the ball back the other way. Ontario in the front court is Charles.
The crowd is
we want Chris.
No, we want Dale.
Dale
Belrose, number 14 from Alberta. Yeah.
Successful there is Kenny.
Dale's loving this too. He's on the bench and he's just a happy-go-lucky guy.
Come on, coach.
Yeah.
Go to Dale.
Dale is just enjoying his moment of fame here at Bishop's. He's just shaking his head saying, no. I think he comes with a higher price than that.
Step back 3, but Charles is on the mark. Three-point attempt by Alberta off the mark. Into the paint.
I don't think Dale's going to happen.
No. Unfortunate. Even Ontario's bench is joining the chant. Alberta back inside.
Nice hoop by Mr. Fisher. 108-58. 50.
Kenny off the mark on that three. As Alberta will bring the ball back the other way.
It's time for everybody to smile and just say, hey, We're lucky to be here.
Yes, we are. A great opportunity.
Mr. Dam's got some shot blocking skills.
Charles, such a shifty player, hands that one off to Dos Santos.
Well, Leighton, great to do this with you. Okay, we got the Gatorade coming. 4 seconds. You want to turn around and look at Nikki? Where's Nikki? Where's the cameras? Where's the...
And that marks the end of the game, the end of the tournament. Gold medalists, Ontario at the U17 level.
Ontario s'impose.
Il s'impose à Ontario.
Oui.
Alberta did a good job. Number 2 in the nation, like you said. It's not too bad at all.
That all participating teams make their way to the Mitchell Gym hallway in preparation for the closing ceremonies.
And so I think we'll cap it off.
Yes.
Thank you guys very much for joining us. If you've joined us throughout the whole day, it was a pleasure for us, and it was a lot of fun to commentate this. If you want to listen to us more, join us on Gators TV for the basketball season. And thank you very much.
Et maintenant, je vais présenter les représentants officiels des championnats nationaux de 23. And now I would like to introduce official representatives of the 2023 National Championships. De Canada Basketball, Head of Domestic Basketball Development, Chef de Développement Domestic Basketball, Ron Young.
Good? Awesome. Hello everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. That's part as in French, so I'm going to do my best here. I want to congratulate every single one of you participants in this year's U15, U17 National Championship. For all of you here today, it's been an awesome week. To all the athletes, regardless if you win or lose, regardless if you're a podium finisher, I hope you all had a wonderful experience. This tournament is built for all of you. This tournament is the opportunity for all of you to be here together to play amongst the best, play among the top athletes in this country, to be able to showcase your skills, but to also to have this opportunity to really get this experience to now move on to the next stage. So I hope you take this experience and make it memorable for you guys. Learn from it and be able to now reflect on how this created your pathway for you as you move forward. To all the coaches, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you as well for the countless hours that you have put into preparing your athletes, preparing your team, the countless hours of kind of films, preparation, all of that. It's an immense amount of work to get your athletes to this stage. So all the athletes, let's give your coaches a round of applause. Officials and referee coaches that were here with us this entire week, who have the opportunity to work with them, to work with the athletes and coaches to facilitate our game. So to all the officials, thank you very much. We also have all the minor officials and volunteers. Without them, this tournament would not happen. So thank you so much for making it so seamless. And thank you very much for making this entire operation one of the top-notch events of the year. And to all of us sitting in the stands, your parents, thank you for getting your athletes to the stage. Not just in this week, but pretty much their whole entire lives. To get them out of bed, to get them to practice, to feeding them to be nice and big, to be able to play basketball, because we all know groceries aren't cheap. So thank you to all of you. Last but not least, I want to take this opportunity for a very, very special thank you. This thank you goes out to the host organizing committee, the host province here of Basketball Quebec. The wonderful work the entire team has done here. Danielle, Pat, Isabel, Remy, Gary, I probably might have missed some names here, but the wonderful work that this team has done to put this top-notch event here. I hope you all agree with me. Everything from the preparation, communication, to the residents, to the food, to the court competition, all of that, it has been a top-notch event. I know I got in here about Thursday of this week. I was in Calgary earlier. But everybody that I kind of ran into has spoken to me about how amazing this tournament has been, how organized this tournament has been. So I do want to take this opportunity and put your hands together for basketball. Danielle, if you could, I want to present to you a recognition for Basketball Quebec's efforts. So come on up and accept a plaque from Canada Basketball. Once again, thank you very much for this year's tournament. Let's get on with the award presentation.
C'est maintenant temps pour présenter les médailles U15. We will now begin with the presentation of the U15 medals. Les médailles de bronze sont représentées par le directeur général de basketball Québec, Daniel Grimard. The bronze medals will be presented by Director General of Basketball Quebec, Daniel Grimard. Médaille de bronze, bronze medalist, l'équipe Colombie-Britannique, Team British Columbia. Blake Pye. Nathan Shannon. Judah Ashby. Anand Sandhu. Jack Smith. Cruz San Antonio. Mateo Cavallari. Hart Krieger. Luca Cusina. Alexander Pearson. Julian Cunningham. The coaching staff, les entraîneurs, Oreo David, Joel Ashley, Ruby Daya, and Ryan Shams. Pour présenter les médailles d'argent, j'invite le directeur des opérations basketball de l'Université Bishop to present the silver medals. I call forward the director of basketball operations of Bishop's University, Rod Gilpin. Médaille d'argent, silver medalist, équipe Québec. Isaac Janko. Lee and Dante. Felix Ligavi. Desmond and Bombo. Beryl Momo Nankin. Anthony Arazabile. Edwin Hayden. Patrick Hugo Desange. Dominic Rankin. Devin Lamoziga. Gail Bilodeau. Joel Chagame. Les entraîneurs de coaches, Daniel Jonathan Martin, Manix Oriental et Loïc Webwema. Pour présenter les médailles d'or, j'invite l'entraîneur-chef de l'équipe nationale U16, U17. To present the gold medals, please welcome head coach of the U16, U17 Team Canada, Chris Chang. Médaille d'or et champion national masculin U15 Canada Basketball 2023. Gold medalist We will now proceed to present the second team All-Stars. Accueillons en présentant maintenant la deuxième équipe d'étoiles U15. I invite Ron Young to make presentations. Le deuxième équipe d'étoiles, the second team All-Star for the U15s. De Colombie-Britannique, from British Columbia, number 13, Alex Pearson. From Alberta, number 10, Tayshawn Britton. A team picture here. If the All-Stars can stay around, we'll have a team picture. From Team Nova Scotia, number 4, Amari Upshaw. From Newfoundland and Labrador, number 11, Ryder English. And from Manitoba, number 2, Liam Joe. Encore une fois, le deuxième équipe étoile des U15. Once again, your U15 All-17 All-Stars. And then the première équipe d'étoiles des U15. And now your first team All-Stars for the U15s. From Ontario, number 15, Kamani Walter. De l'équipe Québec, numéro 11, Devin Lagosière. From Ontario, number 5, Stephen Illick. De l'équipe Québec, numéro 8, Anthony Brisonnier. From British Columbia, number 0, Blake Pye. Mesdames et messieurs, pour la première équipe Presented our head coaches, Neil Nystrom, Sean Floyd, Jordan Carlson. Au présenté des médaillons, je déclare en foi Chris Chang. Je présente ton medalist from this one back, Chris Chang. Médaille d'or et champion national masculin U17 Canada Basketball 2023. The gold medalist and 2023 men's U17 Canada Basketball National Champions, Team Ontario. Josiah Sutton, Jordan Charles, Justice Hazley, Austin Good, Babatunde Doradula, Owen Kenny, Matthew Dan, Andrew Yosevich, Char Ye, Vito Albanese, Et maintenant, la première équipe d'étoiles. And now, first team All-Stars. From Ontario, number 2, Justice Hazley. From Alberta, number 8, Emerson Harper. From Ontario, number 22, Andrew Yurosevich. From Alberta, number 10, Carson Fisher. And from British Columbia, number 10, Cole Beckering. Encore une fois, votre première équipe d'étoiles des musiciens. Once again, give it up for your U17 First Team All-Stars. And now, the most valuable player for the U17s, le joueur buteur des U17 from Ontario, number 5, Martin Dubois. I would like to invite the two